Hi, welcome to this half-hour practice. It's a really gentle practice today. So this might be a really good routine for you before bed, but also really good practice anytime during the day that you're just wanting to take some time out, to chill out, to wind down. So we're going to start lying down on our backs in a position called constructive rest. So feet are going to be on the ground, but quite wide, kind of out towards the edges of your mat if you're using a mat. If not, just taking them a step or so outside the hips. And then releasing the knees in toward each other, turning the palms of the hands up. You might close your eyes here or just set your gaze at a single point on the ceiling or the space above you. Releasing shoulders down, feeling into the points of contact between your body and the floor. Softening and getting heavy into those points. So in this form, the focus really is on letting go and releasing, receiving the support of the ground or the surface beneath you. So there's a letting go at the physical level. And maybe also you take this moment here to let go of your day so far, or maybe something that's weighing on you. Just offering the weight of whatever that is also into the floor or the surface beneath you. If it's too much to let go of entirely, you can just set the intention to put it to one side for the next half an hour as you really redirect your energy towards yourself, giving yourself a break from all those external demands, entanglements. I'm going to take a few rounds of conscious abdominal breaths. So if it's useful to you or if abdominal breathing's new to you, you can bring your hands to rest at the belly. If you're more comfortable or prefer, you can leave them resting on the ground beside you. So what we do for abdominal breathing is emphasize the use of or actively engage the use of our diaphragm. So we do that by drawing the breath really deep to the base of the lungs, and this is going to press the diaphragm down into the abdomen and expand the abdomen out. So we call it belly breathing because when we breathe in, the belly expands, and when we breathe out, the belly drops down. So the breathing is felt predominantly in the lower abdomen. But really what's happening is we're actually breathing really deeply into the lungs. Just bring your focus to this deep belly breath and take 10 rounds. And also just letting go of any need or tendency to rush through the breathing practice. Allowing each breath to feel really full in the belly as you breathe in, and to release all the way out as you breathe out. And there might even be a natural pause at the end of that exhalation. So let yourself really drop into that space of that pause until you feel the call to breathe in again. So listening to your body, allowing the body wisdom to lead this practice. And taking your last few rounds, belly breathing. So these few moments at the start in this position and with this technique, belly breathing, we're really setting the stage for a soothing practice. A time of nourishment for body and mind. So once you've gone through those 10 rounds of belly breath, just coming out of this constructive rest position, separating the knees and stepping the feet in together, rolling all the way over onto one side and just using the hands to gently press yourself up to seated. So just sitting comfortably, legs can be crossed or extended, or you might sit on the heels in like a kneeling position. But once you've found your comfortable seat, just take a moment with the eyes closed or the gaze down. Turn your attention in and just notice in that 5 minutes of conscious breathing and conscious rest, how you're feeling now, any shifts that might have happened. And from here, moving into a side stretch. So bringing the left hand down to the ground, breathing in to take your right arm up, getting a bit of a reach through the right fingertips, and as you exhale, either bending into your left elbow, leaning to the left, or sliding that left hand further out to the left. So up to you whether you have your hand reaching straight up or your hand reaching over. You can even bring your hand to the back of the head and just gently push the back of your head into the palm as you lift your elbow up. Keeping with those deep breaths, belly breathing. Inhale, coming up, and if you haven't got your hand there already, just bringing the hand to the back of the head. And we'll slide the hand to the left side of the head, so fingers point down. And then gently guide the head over to that right shoulder. As you drop your left shoulder down, bring a stretch into the left side of the neck. And you can adjust the position of your chin, up or down, a little bit side to side, just to find somewhere through that left side that's feeling a little tight, a little tender, and just holding there for a few breaths. And releasing the right hand down, bringing your head to center, and then inhale, reaching up through your left fingers. Exhale, leaning to the right, bending into right elbow or sliding the hand out. See if you can roll your chest open toward the sky just a little. Option to bring the hand to the back of the head. Gently draw the elbow back and up. 3 more breaths here. Using your next inhale to come back up to center, bringing the hand to the right side of the head, fingertips pointing down over the right ear, and then guiding left ear over to left shoulder as you drop right shoulder down. Adjust and modify to find your sweet spot. Sometimes sweet spots don't feel that sweet to begin with. Just notice what you're feeling, making sure that you're not moving to a point of pain, but just a good little stretching and opening through the side of the neck. Cool. From here, coming to center. Releasing the arms down. Sliding the hands just back behind you, but outside the width of the hips. Fingertips to the floor. Taking an inhale to lift the chest. So shoulders draw back behind you. A little lift of the chin here as well. Deep breath in, lifting the breath a little bit higher. Then as you exhale, lean forward, slide the hands around the sides and forward. Just coming into a fold over the legs. Releasing the head down.
Lengthening the breath, 4 breaths here. And now shifting forward, coming onto the hands, up onto the knees, and tabletop. Hands right underneath your shoulders, grounding, actively pressing the fingertips into the floor, the heels of the palms into the floor, and making sure that the insides of the hands between index and thumb aren't lifting up, that they're actually grounding down as well. So knees are underneath the hips, feet are right behind. Shift your weight to the right and even shifting your hips across to the right and then down. Coming all the way down to that right heel, then sweep across to the left heel and pull the left shoulder forward as you come all the way up. Shift to the right, right shoulder pulls forward and sitting all the way down. And to the left, draw forward, leading with left shoulder, coming up, changing to the right and sitting down. One more in this direction. And then going back the opposite way. So right shoulder pulls forward, pulls you up, shifting weight into the left hand, sitting down the left side. So as the movement's nice and slow, you can lengthen out your breath. There's this synchronizing of breath and movement. Maybe even a sense of the breath moving you or leading you into the movement, out of the movement, last time round. And back to center. Now we're going to shift the weight more into the left knee, but keep both hands firmly grounded. And now as you take your breath in, take your right toes, reach them up toward the ceiling as you pull your chest forward, your shoulders back, and take the gaze forward. And now as you exhale, draw your knee in towards your nose. Gentle squeeze just around through the back. Inhale, pull up, gazing forward. Exhale, drawing in. One more of these. Inhale. And then exhale. Just bring that right knee to hover above the ground. And then take it out to the right and make some circles. 3 circles forward. 3 circles back. Last time as you come back, come all the way back and over your left calf muscle. You might even send that left foot out to the right side of the mat. Knee comes to the ground and then right toes move to the left side of the mat. And we're going to walk the hands in and slowly sit back. So the aim here is to get the buttocks to the ground. So use the support of your hands to slowly take you there. If you find that this is quite intense, which it definitely can be, then bring something underneath your bottom, get some height there. So you're kind of bringing the floor up to meet you where you are. If that's feeling okay, you can work on bringing the heels into a bit of alignment with each other, right and left sides. Just pause for a moment, try to relax through the hips. Sometimes when things are uncomfortable there, the tendency is to tense up. Using deep breaths, the long exhalations to release and relax. Now inhale, open the arms out. Bring your right arm underneath your left arm. So you can either reach back to grab your shoulder blades, opposite shoulders, or you can bring the backs of the arms to touch. Bring a little lift of your elbows up and drop your chin slightly down. Taking deep breath in, a long breath out. 3 more like that. Inhale, open, release. Exhale, bring the hands to the ground. We're going to lean forward, come back to that tabletop position. uncross the legs behind you. And tiger on the opposite side. So this time left toes pull up, chest pulls forward, gazing forward, and then exhale, rounding through the back. Squeeze your belly in. Inhaling forward and up. Exhaling, drawing in. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Hovering the knee above the ground. Then sending the shin out to the left and rotating 3 times in a forward direction. And then taking it back 3 times. So big circles from the hip. And that last time you come around, take the knee all the way to the outside of your right calf muscle this time. Release the foot down and over to the right. And maybe taking the right foot a little over to the left. Walking the hands in towards you as you sit down either to the floor or onto a cushion. If you don't have a cushion handy, but there's a thick book or something like that, you can always sit on that as well. Even a folded up blanket would be useful here. So just using what you have available, or going to grab something real quick. So pausing for a moment. Bringing your attention to your hips, consciously relax. Now we're going to inhale, take the arms all the way up. And as you exhale, cactus arms, elbows into the ribs. Squeeze in. Now take the hands forward, bring the left arm underneath the right. Reach back to grab opposite shoulders or bring the backs of the arms to touch. Release the chin down. And taking some deep breaths here. Elbows just really gently lifting up. Feeling into the space, breathing into the space of the upper back. One last breath. And releasing the arms out and down. To transition out of this one, we'll just lean back. So leaning back into the hands, bringing the feet to the floor, uncrossing the legs, taking them out straight, and then we'll take them out wide. So you can have a little bend in the knees here if that feels better for you. Breathing in, reaching the arms straight up, twisting to the right, and then breathing out. Bringing the hands down to the ground or maybe to the foot. And bringing a little bit of rounding through the back as you release your head down. But keep withdrawing the shoulders back to keep your chest open. Three more deep breaths. And then inhale, come back up, raise the arms, swivel to the left, and exhale, folding over left leg. Maybe a deeper bend in that knee if you need to. So hands can come either side of the leg. That's going to give you a little bit more support. Or you can take the hands somewhere on the foot or the shin and fold. Try to keep the right toes pulling back, that leg just slightly active. 3 deep breaths here. Inhale now, coming up. Reach the arms up, just turn to center, exhale, bring the hands straight down. Walk the hands further forward if you can. 5 breaths here.
Breathing into the belly again. Each time you exhale, gently draw your navel, your belly button, in towards your spine. So pressing the last of the breath out. Walking your hands back in and bringing the soles of the feet together for butterfly. And you can hold the feet, the ankles or the toes. Taking an inhale, lengthening through your torso, drawing shoulders back and down and pressing knees toward the ground as you exhale. Bend your elbows, pull your chest forward. Drop your chin to your chest or toward your chest. Keep shoulders pulling back away from ears. Five deep breaths here. Inhale to come up. Guide the knees in together. Bring yourself down onto your back again. Once on your back, draw the knees into the chest. You can take a little rock from side to side here if you'd like, or just hold and squeeze in. Keep your right knee hugging in. Release your left leg along the floor. You can stay here just holding the shin, squeezing the knee in towards the armpit, or you can reach down the inside of the leg, the knee, and grab the outside edge of the right foot. Left hand resting on the left hip just as a bit of a grounding. Downward pressure there. Heel can stay low toward the buttocks, or you can start to lift the sole to face the ceiling. Spread the backs of the shoulders into the floor, half happy baby, 5 breaths. And here you can even press into each of the toes with the thumb, just kind of lengthening them out and forward from the joint. You can pull the toes back and stretch through the toes there. Then releasing that right leg down, long across the ground, and bringing your left thigh, left knee in, hug and squeeze. You can stay there, or you can use your left hand reaching down inside the leg to grab the outside of the foot, right hand to right hip. This might be where you stay, or you could extend and pull the shin back so the foot faces the ceiling. And maybe you can find some little pressure points in the foot or stretching through the toes. Maybe a gentle foot rub. Our poor neglected feet. Remembering to breathe, just last couple of deep breaths. And then releasing left leg down. If you'd like, you can come to a full happy baby, reaching down, grabbing the soles of both feet, pointing them up to the ceiling. That can be a bit of an intense stretch. If you'd rather just settle into your final rest position, you're welcome to do that. If you are choosing to take a full happy baby, just there for 5 breaths. Breathing into the belly as if the breath travels to the area of the pelvis and hips. After your happy baby, releasing into Shavasana, we'll bring the hands again to the belly and take 10 rounds of deep belly breaths here. And slowing everything down. And if you're up for it, maybe even introducing a mental count, a ratio of 4 for the inhale and 4 for the exhale. And remembering not to rush through that little pause between breaths. And instead, releasing, dropping into that stillness and that space. After 10 rounds of your conscious belly breathing, releasing the arms down beside you, turning the palms up toward the sky, and feeling into balance through both sides of the body, the head centered, back of the neck long, and releasing all of your weight to the ground beneath you. Eyelids and lips slightly closed. Breath relaxed. Releasing the weight of your whole being down and back. Watching as the body continues to breathe itself.